Meantime, former Republican presidential contender Nikki Haley is in Israel this morning, visiting the communities on the Gaza border ravaged by Hamas. Our Jerusalem correspondent Daniel Cohen has been following along. He joins us live with more on what's on Haley's agenda for today and the political implications of the visit. Daniel.
A lot. Emma, good morning to you. Nikki Haley just finished speaking right behind me here a moment ago. We're live in Sderot. This is the site of the former police station that was just ravaged on October 7th. Nikki Haley touching down here in the Jewish state for a diplomatic and a humanitarian visit just days after announcing she'll be voting for President Trump. Now, she's here showing solidarity, meeting with returned hostages of IDF soldiers as well who fought terrorists on October 7th and survivors of the massacre. The morning started at kibbutz near Oz, where terrorists murdered 46 people, including an American family of 6 with 3 children under the age of 7. Also, she visited the home of Kfir Bibas. That's the tiny baby that's still in Hamas captivity, the 1-year-old. After an extensive tour of the site of the Nova Music Festival site and the Gaza envelope with friend and Knesset Minister Danny Danon, Haley will be having meetings with other Israeli leaders and then heading to the Lebanese border. As an ambassador under Trump, Haley was and still is a staunch supporter of Israel. I want you to listen now to Haley's response. I got to ask her how she will help her former boss and presidential primary foe, President Trump, defeat President Biden in November. You did mention last week that you are voting for President Trump. Is your plan to fully endorse President Trump, or what will you do going forward to help his election campaign?
I mean, right now, my focus is Israel. I gave my statement last week. That statement stands. I think that speaks for itself. And now my goal is to make sure that every American knows why we should care. We should care because Israel is fighting America's enemies. And that should be reason enough for us to do everything we can to support them.
On Sunday, Hamas launched the largest rocket barrage into central Israel in 4 months. Sirens blared across the Tel Aviv area, the surrounding suburbs. Thanks to Iron Dome, no one was killed or seriously injured. But I want you to see fragments from one of the 12 rockets intercepted from Rafah. It actually fell outside the elementary school that my children attend in Herzliya. The kids there taking pictures of the shrapnel. Police, what they do here in Israel, they surround the shrapnel, they pick it up, and then, of course, remove it. Listen, Israeli forces today are doubling down on the commitment to conquer Rafah, where 4 battalions made up of some 3,000 terrorists. Also, by the way, the Israeli hostages believed to be there where they remain. I can tell you, Emma, that Israelis are happy that Haley is here, like Secretary Pompeo, like Governor Huckabee, like Franklin Graham, right? But regarding the political implications going forward, this trip was not arranged by President Trump, but I am told he will be briefed on the conversations.
Very fascinating. Daniel, again, just the image of the shrapnel appearing so close to where young children go to learn in Israel here. The fact that this hasn't happened in several months, what does this tell you about the Hamas terrorist organization perhaps sort of strategizing a new attempt to fire back at Israel? What can you make of this attack?
Yeah, sure. And in case people missed it, it didn't just happen at a elementary school. It happened at my children's elementary school, this piece of shrapnel, right? And it's terrifying. Think about that. You're a parent, you send your kids off to school. Look, it's been since New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve was the last time we had serious rocket fire siren warning activity in central Tel Aviv, Herzliya, the surrounding neighborhoods, those areas. Maybe you can hear even right now there's shelling going on from Sderot. We're right across from the Gaza border. So it's terrifying, but if you think about it, look, it shows why Israel has to double down on their resolve and has to finish the job. You can't put out, I heard somebody say you can't put out 80% of a fire. There are still thousands of terror operatives, plus Israeli hostages being held in Rafah. So for Israel to agree to a ceasefire or to stop or a pause for weeks or months or even a year, like some people are talking about, it's wildly irresponsible. Israel has to finish what it's doing. They have to finish eradicating Hamas. But for me, I can make it personal. It hits home. It fell right outside the school that I dropped my kids off and walked them in every single, my wife and I walk them in every single morning here. It's terrifying.
Oh, just unbelievable. Glad, of course, you and your family are safe. Daniel Cohen, thank you very much for that update live from Israel.